Hello, this is Yogeshwar 7000 again, and I'm back with another interesting topic in Vedic astrology today. And today we will be discussing about the effects of the planet Moon in the zodiac sign of Capricorn. So we are not talking about transits. We are talking about where Moon was placed at the time of birth, meaning which if you open your chart, if you see Moon sitting where number 10 is written, which is the 10th zodiac sign of Capricorn, then this discussion is for you. Okay, so what are the effects? How does Moon behave in Capricorn? What are the effects of Moon in Capricorn as per the ancient scriptures? And by the way, I keep reminding my viewers that all my videos are a direct reference to the ancient scriptures. It is not a figment of imagination of any modern day astrologer, which you'll see a lot on the internet and all over. So the ancient scriptures, by the way, I discussed about the effects of Moon in Sagittarius in my earlier video, so people who have not watched that, please refer to that. So the effects of Moon sitting in the zodiac sign of Capricorn, or Makara as it is called in Sanskrit, as per the ancient scriptures, is that this person, very distinctive feature which has been mentioned, and you can verify it by checking out a few birth charts, that he's generally a person who gets influenced by women. Okay, he gets under the control of women. All right, vash is the word, control, kind of not control in a bad way, but he gets influenced by women. Generally, he's a person who's, in modern terms, can be called henpecked husband. Okay, so you'll see this kind of a quality in people whose Moon is in the zodiac sign of Capricorn at the time of his birth. And in terms of a man-woman relationship, he's the one, if it's a man and a woman, he's the one who will accept the woman, a woman's control. Okay, to put it in that words, he's not going to go and have a conflict. So very important, look at birth chart analysis, and if you're doing a Kundali matchmaking or a birth chart matchmaking for prospective spouses. Okay, and if the boy or if the male person has the planet Moon sitting in the zodiac sign of Capricorn, then in most probability, because I don't want you to jump to a conclusion, basically I want you to look at all the aspects of the birth chart, based on all kinds of tools which we've been discussing. Don't jump to a conclusion, but in general terms, he will be the person who will be controlled by, or will be submissive to the woman, so as to say. So that's a positive sign for a woman. If you're marrying a man whose Moon sign is Capricorn, or in other words, if Moon is sitting in the zodiac sign of Capricorn, there's a slight comforting thing that, okay, the husband is going to listen to you. Okay, very important indication here. He will also, the ancient scriptures say that he will be very learned, right? The ancient scriptures say that he will be a pandit, means very learned, not necessarily pandit in terms of a classification of castes, in terms of a Brahmin, but a pandit means very learned, and learned not in just terms of modern day technology, but learned in terms of the ancient Vedic knowledge, so on and so forth. Okay, he will be living in foreign lands. Okay, generally, and also he may get inimical to other people as well at times. That's kind of sometimes a negative trait here. He will be fond of singing, or if he's not a singer himself, then he'll be fond of listening to songs and singing. Okay, he will have sons. Putravan is the word. It's a Sanskrit word which has been mentioned in the ancient scriptures, that he will be having sons. Now in today's modern day and age, it does not matter if it's a boy or a girl. because we're very liberal and we do not want to distinguish or, you know, have a distinction between a boy and a girl. You know, both are considered equal. But in ancient days and times, when boys were given more importance, that's the time when this was written. He'll be putravan. That's a positive thing, that he'll have sons. Okay, and he will be both. He will be both a lover of his mother, and he'll also get love from the mother. Okay, so in other terms, the placement of moon in the zodiac sign of Capricorn is considered to be good. He is going to get the compassion of his mother, and he'll be compassionate towards his mother. Okay, he'll be rich as well. The placement of moon in the zodiac sign of Capricorn, as per the ancient scriptures, has been described as somebody who's rich and somebody who is a giver. You know, he'll be charitable. Okay, he'll be honest as well. All right, and he will have several attendants to his service. All right, so that's also one of the things which has been mentioned. You know, he'll be rich and giving, charitable. He'll be an honest person, and he will have attendants, or in olden days, you know, you could call them servants or whatever. You know, in modern day and times, you know, somebody who is working in a job has several subordinates to him. You will see that. Or if he has a business, then he'll have a lot of employees generally. But once again, you know, I keep reminding my viewers that, look, don't jump to a conclusion. Look at what zodiac sign is placed in which house, whether it's a good house or a bad house, whether it's, you know, bad houses like third house or sixth house or eighth house or 12th house. Then of course, you know, you have to look at the entire picture. Don't just jump to a conclusion based on what I'm telling you, based on the ancient scriptures, because then, you know, if it does not happen the way I'm describing you, then you may lose faith in astrology and say, okay, no, this doesn't work. So you have to look at all aspects. What house does Makara or the Capricorn sign falls in? It's a good house, Kendra house, or an angle house, or a trikona, or a trine house, good houses or bad houses like 3, 6, 8, 12. So you have to take that, or also you should look at what are the conjunctions. Is it a malefic conjunction? Is it a benefic conjunction moon is having? Or what is the strength of moon? When you consider moon, always look at the strength of moon, because moon is very important. You know, it starts to give bad results when it's weak. Okay, especially it gets, you know, very if it gets very weak, then it starts to give bad results. So look at the strength of moon, and also look at, you know, what paksha it is in. You know, whether it's a waxing phase or it's a waning phase, then of course the effects are going to be different. Also look at, you know, what degrees the moon is in the entire 1 month cycle, or 15-day plus 15-day pakshas, or 15 days waxing and 15 days waning. If it's towards the last 15 days, towards the end, towards the last 10 days, then of course it gets a little weaker. So all these factors have to, and then look at the aspects. You know, if it's having malefic aspects, if it's having good aspects, or meaning which, if it has benefic aspects of benefit, or aspects from benefic planets, and also what's, you know, what other is there a parivartana yoga, or what exchange relationship, or what kind of a placement moon is in, then come to a conclusion. This is a very general description given to us by the ancient scriptures. So like I said, you know, he'll be rich, he'll be giver, and like a charitable person. If moon is placed in your birth time, at the time of your birth, if moon is placed in the zodiac sign of Capricorn in the time of your birth, he'll be rich, charitable, honest. So you can look at a person's birth chart. Very easy, quick reference. Look at the person's birth chart, and if his moon is placed in Capricorn, you can trust him. He's trustworthy, okay, because he's honest. But then again, like I mentioned, you know, look at the entire, what house, what aspects, what conjunction, so on and so forth. Very kind-hearted, okay, very kind-hearted, and he tries to form good relationships with people. Okay, he is good in making good relationships and kind, and he generally likes to help others. And also you'll see people with moon in the zodiac sign of Capricorn, he gets good help, or he gets happiness from other people as well. You'll see, there'll be positive people around him, and who'll try to help him the way he tries to help and other people. So it's like a mutual kind of a relationship people will have. But then once again, I keep repeating myself, look at the entire birth chart and then come to a conclusion. So this was a little discussion on the placement of moon when moon is placed in the zodiac sign of Capricorn. And once again, we are not talking about transits, because moon keeps jumping from one rashi or one zodiac sign to another zodiac sign in 2.25 days. So we're not talking about transits or gochara as it's called in Sanskrit. Okay, we're not talking about moon jumping from one nakshatra to another nakshatra in one day. We're talking about where moon was placed at the time of your birth. And if moon was placed at the time of your birth in the zodiac sign of Capricorn, then this discussion was for you. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and in the meanwhile, I would recommend subscribe to my channel, check out my website, there is a link below, and I will see you with an interesting topic in Vedic astrology in my next session very soon. Goodbye.